Good at. Oh, and I lost the music. When you leave the game, you lose the music. Got to prevent doing that. Welcome, everybody. Hello. I'm farming today. I have gotten Farming Simulator 19. It has been a lot of fun figuring it out. I haven't actually got a lot of hours into it yet. This is my only save game. 8.5 hours. Not a ton of hours, but things are getting started. It's doing not too bad. This is my first time streaming it, though. So, there's nothing hugely special going on here. Sort of still learning the ropes. All the mechanics are the same as Farming Simulator 17, for the most part. Animals are quite a bit different. You get to place all your stuffs. Although the map I started on had buildings and whatnot on it. But I actually sold a bunch of the buildings. Start. Go. There's my house. You actually get a house that you can walk into because you can sleep in it now. This looks pretty much like a farmhouse. It does. There's a ladder just casually sitting in the corner. Cause where else are you going to put a ladder? You're not tired. Okay. Oops. Yeah, you can sleep in it, but apparently I can't at the moment. And I can barely get out. So anyway, it's all cool. Anyway, I got to get seeding done. I have 4 fields. They are... Oh, the map is huge. These are the 4 fields that you start with. What's cool is that you can see you own like 2 areas of land. I guess I could chop down some of these trees and try and sell that. I haven't got into lumbering at all. Logging? Lumbering. You actually sell wood chips. You don't sell logs. So it's not really logging, but anyway. I will probably go and buy, or are these individual? Oh, those are all individuals. Interesting. 200,000 for that one. I'll probably buy this one next. So you can buy this one even though there's no fields on it. Then you can make your own fields on it. But you can put buildings on these and stuff. Oh, you can buy this. There's something over here. That's 200,000. Crazy. Anyway, I'll get that stuff figured out. In time. So anyway, I have these 4 cultivated fields right here. 24, 25, 26, and 19. They are fertilized. And now I need to seed them. I think I need to sell this tractor. The starting equipment. I started with equipment. I started with this one. This one's actually a pretty good tractor, but neither of my tractors... I did get sheep and I got chickens. Anyway, we'll talk about those later. In fact, I should probably buy some more sheep. I only have 2. Oh yeah, their cleanliness is way down. So I do need to get a tractor with a front end loader so I can clean my chickens. I will do that after I seed. So let's get this set up here first. Get my seeder on. I have canola selected. What do I want to seed? I don't think it really matters what I seed. I don't think I know what I'm doing that well to like make choices. So whatever. I'm not going to do cotton or grass or I still am doing grain. So we'll stick with that. That's wheat. So let us seed wheat. I may actually have to run to the store and get more seed. I could get a helper to do this for me. I have the money. That's not a problem. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Hey, Tanulio. Welcome and hello. Good afternoon. Hopefully you're enjoying your Saturday. I'm doing some farming. Well, actually, that worker I just hired is doing some farming. I have a lot of grass over here I could cut. You are? That is good to hear. My day's going well too. I got a new office, so I've been spending a lot of time reorganizing things. My wife and I kind of moved a whole bunch of stuff around, so I am now in my office is now in the spare bedroom instead of the corner of the living room. Which makes it much easier to stream, not being out in the front of the house where the television is. Yeah, it's nice. I hate to say it, but I got a bit of a man cave going on here now. I got bookshelves full of sci-fi and fantasy. I have 3 guitars leaning up against the wall. I have a huge gaming rig, massive green screen behind me. I'm gonna try and stream. One of the games that I play is called Rocksmith, and it's sort of like GarageBand, except you actually play guitar. It's more of a teaching tool than it is a game. I'll bet your wife doesn't mind at all having that out of the living room. No, and it was a bit of an our living room's kind of like a corner shape, like an L shaped. So I was kind of off in the corner, and we had like a room divider up. So, but yeah, it was a bit much in there. I also like it out of the living room. The living room looks much nicer, and her office is in there now too, but it's not quite as full as mine. Let's say that. So yeah, I was gonna say I do want to stream Rocksmith, but I play it standing up. So I play the guitar standing up, and I play the game, which takes up quite a bit of space. So I think I actually have all the lighting and whatnot that I could pull it off. So I may have to give that a try this weekend and see what happens. Rocksmith is an incredible piece of software if you're into guitars. That would be fun to watch. Yeah, it's not too bad to watch. The problem is whether or not it's worth listening to. Some of the songs I'm not very good at. I am a mediocre guitar player. There's a few people that stream the game that are really good. In fact, there's a young girl. She's 14, 15 now, maybe. I think she's 15 now. She got Rocksmith when it first came out, when she was 8 years old. And she is exceptional. Japanese girl. For the Rocksmith several years ago, October, in fact, I bought a poster of the event. October 20th, 2016, because Rocksmith is actually developed in San Francisco. The Ubisoft studios that are the developers are here in the city. So for their 5th anniversary in 2016, they did a big show, and they actually flew a number of kind of influencers out that did YouTube videos and what. So this young girl, Audrey, actually came out and basically headlined the show. And it was so much fun. It was in this cool little spot. It's a bar that's originally owned by Boz Scaggs here in the city. It was a really cool event. So yeah, I've actually got to see her play live as well as see her on YouTube and whatnot. I think I want to sell this tractor. Yes. Get 50 grand. All right. So that tractor's gone. Now I need a tractor that has a... Oh, yeah, these aren't too bad. So this is the one that I got. I need a tractor that has a... that I can put a front end loader on. I don't know what, this New Holland, this one's pretty cheap. And I think I can get pretty decent horsepower with this thing. I'd love to learn guitar. I took a piano and violin as a child, but I didn't like to practice. Well, and that's the interesting thing. I don't practice. Like I don't get into the practice thing either, which is sort of why I cap out my guitar playing at being mediocre. There's a few songs that I got obsessed about that I wanted to get better at, that I could tell that I fell into a habit of practicing them, and I got a lot better at them. So that's for sure. And Rocksmith actually allows you to just play. You can just pick up a song, play through the whole song, and then put it down. If you played well, you played well. If you didn't, it's not a big deal. It's fun. And that's really what I get into it for. But there are actually tools. When I get into the software, I'll show it off, because there are practicing tools and whatnot that are really quite impressive. All right, this one's 102. Oh, I was going to look at my tractor. 170 horsepower, so it's not bad. Maybe that's the one I should have sold. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. I don't really know what I'm doing in the game yet. Whoa, that's a lot of tires. The new Farming Simulator 19, when you buy things, you get this awesome showroom. It's really quite cool. I don't think you can go in the cab in here, though. I don't think you can, like, sit in it when you buy it, interestingly enough. So, yeah, I want front loader attachment. Do I want narrow tires? I don't own narrow tires, but I think maybe I might. I need a smaller tractor for that, though. I think I'll just stick with normal tires on here. What am I looking at? 125 horsepower. Oh, I can go up to 175. And then it is 128,000. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I'm going to buy this. That's going to take most of my money. Oh, you can't paint it. Apparently New Holland cannot be painted. Whoops. All right. Buying that tractor. Wait, did I buy it? I don't think I bought it. I clicked buy, but nothing happened. I'm not a very good shopper, apparently. I guess when I'm spending $180,000 or $130,000, that's probably a good thing. Yes, front loader attachment. Oh. All right, there we go. Now I bought it. Apparently, I'm on a beta version. There's a bug that I reported that the developers asked me to test. So I'm actually on a pre-released beta version of the software right now. So there might be a few issues, like not being able to buy with the mouse click, which is a little odd. Whatever. All right, now I need a front end loader for it, and I assume it's going to be a New Holland one. No, it is not. They don't sell one. All right. front loaders. Greater than 90 horsepower, greater than 150. Well, I have more than 150, but I don't think I need anything crazy. I'm just cleaning stuff up. Yeah, let's buy the cheap one. Customize. Oh, I can paint this. Do I have a New Holland blue? There we go, New Holland. Keep it consistent. All right, there's my loader, and now I need a universal bucket. And I can paint this New Holland blue as well. Man, $200 for paint? It's crazy. All right, new gear. And I'm short of money. And steering in this game is hard. I swear steering with the keyboard worked better in Farming Simulator 17. I don't know why it got hard. It's kind of weird. There we go. All right. All so I can clean up after my sheep. Because I bought sheep. Wow, this thing is fast. Holy. This thing races down the road. That one that I sold, I think, tops out at 15 miles per hour. This one does 32. I am very certain that this tractor in real life does not do 32 miles an hour. I think it probably tops out more around 20. All right, I got a helper seeding for me. So I don't have to do that, or at least the first field. But now I get to go check out my sheep. I did drop a bunch of... I did get some animals. The two easiest animals are sheep and chickens. Chickens in Farming Simulator 17 were basically just a novelty. They were essentially a decoration. Oh, and in Farming Simulator 19, you can place things. So I placed the chicken coop here, and then it deformed the land. So it's actually quite terrible. It's just a mess. It's up on this raised thing. It's crazy. But apparently the developers are going to release... They're going to actually give us mods so that we can actually shape land ourselves. Or tools, I guess, so we can shape land ourselves. So I should be able to fix that in time. All right, here are my sheep. I think you only clean up... Oh, my worker's done. Hold on, I gotta get this tractor going again. And I will put another worker on this. I think I got enough seed in here. I'm gonna probably have to take this to town, flood up with seed. All right. Helper, somebody. They used to just letter the helpers, but I think they actually give the helpers names in this one. Although I didn't see a name pop up. Hey, there's the train. Apparently I'm driving it. That's cool. Alright. Back to cleaning up. Alright. I have filled up. I have eight units of something in my bucket. And that's all you do. That is what the sheep were complaining about. Oh no, it still says cleanliness is at 50%. That may not have updated yet. Huh. Well, I think I need... Ooh, sheep. Yeah, I only have 2. I actually need to buy some more. So let's go do that. 2, they will multiply, they will breed on their own, but 2 will do it very slowly. So we'll buy, I don't have a lot of money. Let's do that. Now we got 6. There, sheep. Sheep are very skittish. If I was standing here in real life, the sheep would have ran over there. They will not like to stand here. All right, and my other animals was my large chicken coop. I bought a lot of chickens. Oh, you know what I don't have? I don't have any way to haul their goods out. So you actually pick up their goods. So this is the wool. It just kind of like collects here. You don't actually have to shear or anything. The wool just kind of collects, and then you just pick it up and you transport it somewhere that will buy it. And yeah, this area now over here is crazy because of the way that I placed this coop on this kind of land that was sort of moderately sloped. And then it just went it just went crazy. This action cannot be performed here, but I think I did perform it there. What are you talking about? So anyway, this is my first game that I've been working on here. So in the future, I will not be placing a chicken coop in that spot. Because the ground gets crazy. Oh my gosh, I'm suddenly out of water. That's interesting. That's an easy solution. For whatever reason, chickens don't need water. I don't know why. It seems like an odd mechanic. I had chickens growing up. You had to water them. You had to give them water. Like, I guess maybe the developers just wanted to make chickens really easy. They only require food, and they can eat either barley or hay. So if I hook up this water tank, I can immediately... Yeah, do that. All right, so now that's full, and then I just leave the water tank there. I can't, you can't actually fill it without attaching the tractor. It's a little weird, but it is what it is. And apparently they're running low on, what do you, why is it dirty? Why does it think it's dirty? I cleaned it up. Did I not clean it up? Yeah, I'm not picking anything up. I am sure that this is clean. It's possible this display has not... Oh, see, the water has corrected itself. It's now full. Why does the sheep think it's... Whoop. Let's move our water tank. Maybe I have to clean up in front of its watering. Sort of two troughs here, but I only ever see the trough with the food get dirty. Yeah, it didn't pick up anything. So I don't think the water gets dirty. Don't know. I'm confused. So food, grass, and hay. I actually ended up buying a mower to collect grass, which turns out was a mistake because it was just a lot of money. You can actually just buy... You can actually just buy a bale. You go into the store, you buy a bale, and then you haul it back from town. So that is not the store. You go into the store, you buy a bale. Not, so either hay. Apparently that's it. You can only buy hay bales. All right, I'll buy a hay bale. I also have to buy another loader attachment to haul that home. I think I can get, these are really small pallets. They're really narrow pallets. Pallet fork. I believe I can haul... I think I can get this and haul that bale with this. Now we got to go test that theory. My worker's almost done. So once she's done, we will... Oh, I gotta take this person. I gotta go to town with this too. All right. She's done. Oh, no, helper C. They didn't give her a name. Her name was Christine, I guess. I don't know. I've taken one harvest off those other fields. Actually, I've taken one harvest. In fact, when I started the game, those fields were ready to harvest. So I took that harvest off. And since then, I've taken one more harvest off that I actually planted myself, and it was terrible. I think it was only fertilized to one level, and it wasn't weeded, so I didn't get very much crop off of it. Hey, Gwar, nice to see you. Nice day for some farming. It is, isn't it? Hope you're having a good day. I got to go into town, buy some seed. Yeah, there's only so many things you can get helpers to do. Basically, things in the field. That's it. I guess if I was smart, I could have switched tractors and made only one trip, maybe? Anyway, I gotta buy some seed. Yeah, I hope everybody's day is going well. Oh, seed. It's in one of these. Big bags. I want seed. What is this? 1,000 liters. All right. There's my big bag of seed. Refill. Oh, I didn't even use it all. My seeder only holds 1,000 liters, so that's fine. I have very small equipment. This particular map started me out with this equipment. Excuse me, your big bag of seed is this triple X now? Growls, your mind is in a gutter, man. It's terrible. Welcome. Good afternoon. Good evening. Whatever it may be for you. This is a family show, family entertainment. When were you made a moderator? Yay! Wow. Yes, I made you. Well, you're in here quite a bit, so. I just realized my graphic is covering up part of the game interface. Not that there's much up in the top right corner. My cache is about the only thing that's up there. Which is $20,000, which is not very much. Which ones did I seed here? Okay, I got 2 of them done. Gonna need more if you're spilling all that seed. Maybe. Get this lined up. Yeah, it should do. Hire a worker to do that for me. All right, now I gotta take this tractor to town. Here, we'll leave the leave that thing there. Is this your first time playing? You've been playing off stream? No, I've been playing off stream. I've got about 8 hours, in fact, into this save game. Just kind of trying to feel it out. Figure out what I'm doing. I'm not entirely sure I know what I'm doing. The game is difficult to be good at. Like, it's relatively easy to do all the things. But just figuring out what things you should be doing is actually... it's sort of difficult. So I bought a sheep farm, I guess a sheep pasture, little sheep pasture. You can place all your things now, which is really cool, and it's different from Farming Simulator 17. When you raised animals in Farming Simulator 17, it was basically just there was a fixed location where you could do it from, and that's where you did it from. But in 19, you actually place your little pasture down. I don't know why, but my mic is like falling away from me here. Something's loose in my mic arm. So a lot of the stuff that I've been doing is just trying to figure out that, kind of getting a sense of the equipment that you start with and whatnot. All right, if I'm correct, I don't know why you have to pick up this loader from the other side. It's kind of annoying. Okay, I believe I can haul this bale with a pellet fork. I don't actually need a bale spike. And I'm correct. There we go. Hopefully it doesn't come off. So this is the easiest way to feed my sheep for a while. This tractor is just insanely fast. I have been watching a number of other streamers stream it. There's a few fairly big streamers. Like, I was actually surprised because I thought, oh, Farming Simulator, it's probably like this niche little game and whatnot. But the big streams get like 400 or 500 viewers. So I was actually quite surprised. But they've been doing multiplayer. And it's actually quite interesting to watch them do multiplayer. Because they're doing multiplayer basically with their viewers, so they invite their viewers onto the server and do it that way. So it's actually been pretty cool to see that happen. And there's a bunch of people running around. You only see the game from one person's perspective, but the actual streamer's perspective. But everybody else is working, so you see their equipment going by and stuff like that. It's actually quite interesting. All right, I needed to give this to my sheep. What do my sheep look like right now? Oh, now they're clean. All right, perfect. Hey, Delarfin. How do you multiplay? You have to like set up a server. So maybe I can convince all of you. Maybe. You have to set up a server. So that's 935. Interesting. So this thing is like 4,000 liters, and then and then people just connect to it. I haven't really looked into it that much. Boom. The hay disappears. Oh. Oh no, I only got... No, I don't know. Anyway. All right, my sheep are all in the green, so that's good. I don't have any chickens yet. Or I don't have any eggs yet. Why don't I have any eggs? What am I doing wrong? I had 31 chickens. Hopefully this is working. But I think I should have chickens by this point. Or sorry, I think I should have eggs by this time. So yeah, like you get to place, like you place this chicken coop wherever you want. So you buy it. Actually, I can show you that right now. You go into the store and you go into placeables, animal pens, and you grab like the large chicken coop. You do not have enough money. So I can't even like view it. Here, I can get a doghouse. So I can place my doghouse somewhere. But I'm so short of money, I don't even think I can afford a dog. Which is really sad for a farm. Oh, you guys got a storm coming? I didn't realize you lived close enough together that you would see the same clouds. Or is that just what like anywhere you look in Colorado, it's always the same, or is that? All right, I do. So I can use this tractor to... You work about a mile apart? Wow. That's very close together. That's cool. All right. Leave my front end loader behind. And go and grab my fertilizer. Hey, Hardhead. Welcome. Hey, Hardhead, I figured out the VIP badge. You got one. I don't know how many I give. Apparently there's like a limit, but I don't even know how many I get. So. Soil composition. So I think now that these are seeded, I believe I can fertilize them. Got lots of fertilizer. Why is that worker backing up? They're just going backwards down the field. Where are you going? That worker's just like lost. Feels like storm's coming in. We had a storm this morning. Got a lot of rain this morning, but now it's like, oh, my blinds are closed. I have no idea if it's sunny out or not. It was sunny out this afternoon. Oh, they are finished. All right, so let's get the seeder going on this last field over here. think that'll work. Hire a helper. Yep, that works. All right. Now I can fertilize. Oh yeah, we were talking about the multiplayer. The like in multiplayer, instead of hiring like a computer helper, somebody else would just run that tractor. They would just jump into the tractor and they would go. So you can have on a map, you can have multiple farms, and then each of those farms can be run by a farm manager. And then that farm manager can make any of the other multiplayers contractors, and then those contractors can basically use all of that person's equipment. Or all of that farm's equipment, I should say. So if you own a lot of equipment, you can have it all running at once. All right. I think this is working. Can the contractors just waste all the gas? Yeah, definitely. You can definitely do it wrong. Birch. This tractor is like crazy overpowered for this particular problem. The fertilizing is fun because it's like covers 50% of the field. So I only have to go once up and back in the field. All right, I think this is gonna, yeah, there we go. So it should have good coverage. I like missed a little strip right here. Oh, I missed a couple strips. That's fine. Now, hopefully, I think that's all the fertilizing that I need. Yeah, so those are dark blue now. But I think I'm going to have to weed them at some point. Owned by me, fruit type is wheat, growth is growing, fertilized 100%, weed 0%. So I'm probably going to have to weed. I gotta wait for them to finish. Guess I could save some money. Whoops, that's not what I meant. Ah, don't stop doing it though. All right, I'll take over from the worker and finish this myself. Save the wages. The one thing that is new in this latest version of this game is that nothing was ever on slopes. Fields were never on sloped ground before. Now they're on very sloped ground. The ground definitely feels much more realistic, and Farming Simulator 17, the fields and the area around the field was just all perfectly flat. And while I could make a Saskatchewan joke about that, it's still not very realistic. I just realized the game audio is really low. The game audio has been a bit of a struggle to try and figure out. Turn on the radio in the game. Wait, can I not change? There's some odd things. I don't. Oh, here we go. Apulu Felgar just subscribed. Thanks, Apulu. Silence is life. Might be. How are you? Nice to see you. Thank you so much for the support. There, maybe now some of the sounds are coming through. I think I actually cranked it right up, so. I haven't been doing silage in Farming Simulator 19 yet. I don't even know if it's like the cash crop. You actually make pretty good money on grain, so I haven't been so compelled to seed everything to grass, move over to a haying operation. Yeah, the big update to the game was the kind of the graphics upgrade. It's sort of the same fidelity of graphics, like it's not super highly realistic graphics, but the world building is quite a bit better. There's big hills and the sizes of things get a little bit better. Feeling gaming restless, browsing Steam at the moment. Oh dear. You need to, hopefully that doesn't get too expensive. It does for me occasionally. It's like, I should buy a new game. 3 games later. 2 of them I probably never will play. Hey, Jalapeno. Nice to see you. figured I should finally stream this game since I got it a few weeks ago. I had a few hours into it before today, but well, apparently I'm doing wheat all the way across the board. I never did change the seed type, so all 4 of these fields are wheat now. Bulu's not seeing anything that is piquing your interest at the moment? Well, it's cash left in your pocket, I guess. Hopefully something will come up. Gotta be able to see through these trees. Whoop. What did I just do? There we go. BF5, there you go. Yeah, no sale price on BF5 yet, though. I guess the developers probably thought they did a pretty good job of release, so they didn't have to drop the price 50%. The Fallout thing has been interesting, and Don't Fight Ducks tweeted today that Fallout 76 is now his favorite soap opera on the internet. Which I thought was a very astute and clever tweet. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back up here twice. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Has to be done. Apparently the field is just wider at one end or something. So I think I'm covering the whole field. Yeah, I'm definitely covering it there. All right. Big Ed is enjoying Fallout 76, even though he got grief, but in all fairness, it was funny. Oh, is that right? Yeah, he seems to be having a good time at it. The game does look interesting. The funny part about Fallout 76's kind of current level of reputation is more along the lines that Bethesda just can't seem to do anything right at the moment. Like everything they try and do just seems to backfire on them. I'm sure they'll sort it out. Alright, seeding is done. Now I can fertilize this field, and then it will be fully fertilized. And I think if I do this right, this field's a bit wider, but I still think 2 passes with my fertilizer will work. By the way, I had a little bit of fun today. Played a match with Olapenya's son in Battlefield 5. His first game, and I think he managed to squeak out about 45 kills. It's like, really? Like, do you miss? Like, what's going on? Yeah, it was funny because we only won by 30, which might have been his difference. He said he liked it. Yeah, he seemed to be doing pretty good at it. He certainly got into the running after points and whatnot. He got into it right away. So one of the new things in Farming Simulator 19 is crop destruction. So I'll see if these wheel tracks actually destroy the crop that's underneath them. They might. I'm not entirely sure. I think I'm going to put this... I don't have a huge shed. Not that it really matters that things go in the shed, but that's the role play part. Things need to go in the shed. All right. Now I need to speed up some time. In fact, certainly my sodium intake from Overwatch. No worries, no worries. Corral says, Apula Felgar is terrible. So much they discounted the game like a week or less after release. Oh, Apulu asked, what happened to Fallout 76? I never got into the Fallout games. Yeah, people say they knew it was a garbage game. The game just wasn't. The game is like full of bugs, like a lot of them. Like one of the early bug. There's something in the game called power armor, which is you basically put on. You're basically in a robotic suit. Like it's super important. And this is an MMO basically. It's a persistent world. And there was a bug in the game where you couldn't get out of the armor. Like, it's basically you throw your character away. And you don't get this armor until you're fairly moderately leveled up. So, like, it's things like that. The game, I mean, that's just one example, but I guess the game had a lot of bugs. And the game has no content, really. It's just a sandbox world. So, people are very, very, very frustrated. And everything Bethesda's tried to do to make things better has backfired on them. Like, it's just... A lot of the bugs are in Fallout 4, so it's stuff they had in the past. Oh, no. Alright, I'm just driving around with my tractor. I need to speed up some time. One thing I need to figure out is how I'm going to do weeding. Oops, that's not what I meant. Store. I want the store. They actually have mechanical weeders. There's a game-breaking bug that can make you invincible? Well, that doesn't sound like a bug. I just want to go find it now. Here we go. Weeders. How big is this? 9 meters? That's not too bad. So I'll probably have to pick this up. It holds 300 liters of something. What does it hold? What holds fertilizer? I can weed and fertilize at the same time? That's crazy. Vehicles look similar, but world looks... Yeah, the vehicles, for the most part, haven't changed much. The dashboard is real time. So, you know, as you speed up, you see it in the dashboard. I don't know if they did that. They did. If you look... Oh, I'm in front of it. If you look over my left shoulder, that dashboard is also in real time. But yeah, the world itself is great. Interestingly enough, they don't give you a truck when you start. So the only thing that I can drive around in is my tractor at the moment. All right, I've sped up time. I think I'm gonna end up needing a weeder. Hey, Niddleberry. Best bit is, so I've heard that there are bugs in 76 that were in 4 and were fixed by player-made mods. Oh, right. Yeah, I've heard that story too, that Bethesda basically just releases it and then hopes modders pick it up and fix all their bugs for them. Oh, apparently I get... Wait, I just got something that said no more space to place new pallets. For the chickens. I don't see any pallets. Do I have eggs? What are you telling me? I think there might be a bug in this game too. Is there supposed to be eggs here? It says eggs, 0 liters. It says I don't have any eggs. By the way, all the chickens I bought were white. I don't think these are very white chickens. For Big Ed, he went into someone else's place and had a device he needed to break down material. At some point, the owner closed the door, which locks it in. He couldn't get out, and the owner wasn't letting him out. He tried to smash the door open, but because he damaged another player's building, he became wanted and open for PvP. The owner promptly killed him. Nasty. My chicken coop is not working out as well as I would hoped. Mostly because I don't have any eggs. Where are all my eggs? Oh, maybe I need roosters. Although you don't actually need roosters to get eggs. But... All right, now I got roosters. We'll see what happens. Anyone heard anything about Imperium Galactic Survival? I have not. Admittedly, for some reason, I don't get into sci-fi games. And I'm assuming that's a sci-fi game. I got 52 liters of wool. That one just keeps going up. We'll just let that one keep going up. All right, well, those guys... Oh, I slowed my time down again. Yeah, no more space. So I keep getting this error. No more space to place new pellets, eggs, and chickens. Well, it's not because you run out of space. I don't think my chicken coop is working. I don't think it's working at all. Collective gas from all Star Wars and Star Trek fans. Oh no, you don't understand. I want to like them. I just, for some reason, I just never get into sci-fi games. The problem with sci-fi games is inevitably you get into this tech tree, and the tech tree always feels just massively made up. Right? Like it's completely detached from reality. And I'm aware of the fact that it actually is detached from reality. Right, if I can't make money off my chickens, I'm going to have to get rid of this. I think I'm going to have to sell my chicken coop. I did actually get into Master of Orion, but that was a long time ago, and games are much, much simpler. I was looking for my pitchfork and torch. See, pitchforks and torches are exactly the kind of technology I like. That is perfect. Oh, it's a big fee to sell these guys. All right. Sold my chickens. And since I don't want the cost of this, I can sell my chicken coop too. All right. Oh, that leaves the land deformed. Oh, there we go. Is this my eggs? What is this? Or it's just an empty box? This is all that's left is this empty box. I don't know what's up with that. You may end up downloading Shroud of the Avatar. Shroud of the Avatar is now free to play. So there's no more restrictions. I don't think. They've done some odd things with their free-to-play model. Like there's... I guess they make sense. But, like, to talk in world chat, you need to buy this device for $1. And that's how you get into world chat. And I'm sure every other developer is like, oh, that's really clever. Because, of course, the biggest problem with free-to-play is that people end up creating accounts just to go in and pollute world chat. All right, so I've got actually some growth going on here. Let's run over to this field. Yeah, I haven't done much Shroud of the Avatar lately. I got to get back into it again. Well, there's no weeds. And it doesn't look like there was any damage from the tire tracks. Yeah, there you can still see the tire tracks, and it doesn't look like there was any damage from them. So I think those fields are going to grow reasonably well. I may have to get... I may have to get a weeder still, though. What else can I do? I think I have some grain I can sell. Let's use this tractor. Oh yeah, I got lots of wheat. I got lots of wheat. Oh, those are oats. I have lots of oats too. And corn. All right, whoops. Check my prices. What's on the rise? Oh, actually, oats are way up. Central grain elevator. Yeah, let's grab oats. Take them to the central grain elevator. Easy peasy. Yeah, Pulu, the other thing about this game, since you played 17, the maps are big. Okay, be right back. A lot of people do play this with actual steering wheels. So there's very expensive equipment you can buy. I guess you didn't know big maps scare Hulu. Really? That's it. He's out. I mentioned big maps. It's like I'm out. I find that hard to believe. See, these fields are a tiny bit bigger than mine. They're huge. It would take me a week to just seed one of those with my little seeder. Sneak in the side of this grain elevator. Make some money. Should make about 10 grand off that, I think. $9,175. Which probably doesn't even come close to how much money I lost on my little chicken experiment. Not sure why chickens didn't work. That was kind of weird. Can't see through the trees. I think Kryles was making funny of it, Pulu, that I was going to tell you about big maps, then you just said, be right back. The starting map, this is the Ravenport starting map, so it's like the easy one. And you start down here in this little corner, but then you get to expand out to the bigger map. So all the fields, there's a much nicer progression from the small fields you start with to the much bigger fields in the map and whatnot. I was going to say that Apulu laughs at big maps. That I can believe. He's certainly not one to back down from a challenge. In fact, he tends to go out and seek them. All right, sell some more grain. Whoops. I got to watch where I'm going. Don't run into my silo. Check my prices again. Oh, these are still on the rise. Nice. Okay. More oats. Hey, Kadithi, I'm back on the farm. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, it's my first time streaming. I'm on Farming Simulator 19 now. So this is the next big version from Giants. It's very much the same game. Like, it's the same engine, a lot of the same equipment. They actually got John Deere equipment in the game now. So that was one of the big things. But the world building is quite a bit different. You get these big hills. The maps are huge. There's still a few bugs to squash, but they've been pretty good. Giants is a pretty good company. Like, they're pretty open about stuff that they're working on and whatnot. So, now, if you can actually play as a chicken, I would live in this game. Well, that plus fishing, yeah. Yeah, it's interesting they don't do some simple fishing mechanic, but so I could see a challenge mode for a Pulu being, whoops, being when you start the game, you have to buy field 8 and take a harvest off with your starting equipment. That feels to me like a really good Apulu challenge. That field is absolutely massive. I'm gonna accept for all this map talk. I just can't. Later, Kryles. Thanks for dropping in, bud. I have never gotten into forestry. I don't. Yeah, I've never even. I should try. I should at least try and do some of it by hand because you can do it with just a chainsaw. And, like, as long as you have something to haul the wood with. Tried it a couple times, but meh. Yeah. I've watched, there's some pretty big streamers that stream this. They do a lot of multiplayer. Another 9,000. So one of them was doing forestry in one of his big multiplayer streams, which was interesting because the equipment, it became a real industrial process for them. The streamer himself, he was cutting down the trees. So he would cut down the tree and delimit and then cut it into sections and then just drop it. And somebody else would actually come up and pick it up and put it on the truck. And then somebody else was in the truck and they would drive the truck back and forth and whatnot. So it became this real process. It was interesting to watch from a streaming perspective. But from my view, it's like, well, to do that by yourself, it's like, it's not really what I want to do. A Pulu challenge for field 8. Give me a cooler, feathered hat, and a sickle. I will make a series. Hey, Mama Bean. Nice to see you. Not Squirrel. Streamer. No. Freebooter Fox raiding with a party of 5. Hello, Freebooter Fox. Welcome. Thanks for the raid. Yeah, I'm trying to remember I always get the streamer name wrong. One of them is Gunnin Gamer. Gunnin Gamers. Clouds for days. Hello. Welcome. Thanks for dropping in, everybody. This tractor moves fast. I have a faster one. It is insane. It goes 32 miles per hour. It feels like it's just going to like fly apart all over the place. I cannot see through these trees. Hey, Freebooter Fox, thanks for the raid. Much appreciated. Hopefully your stream went well. What was going on today? I got it to work. Woohoo! I got it to work. It doesn't feel quite as fast in first-person mode. But in third-person mode, it feels really fast. Gunnin Gamers. Thanks, Clouds for Days. Yes, I believe that is it. That is one of the bigger streamers. There's two guys that I watch. There's lots of people. There's lots of streamers, and I'm sure there's more. But he's a very good streamer. And he does a lot of multiplayer. The other one is, I know him off YouTube. There's a guy by the name of Arthur Chapman on YouTube that is a V Blue guitar or something like that. I never remember his Twitch name. I just found him on Twitch the other day, so. Rebooter says, went well, some Horizon Zero Dawn. Nice. That's cool. Man, that's a big switch over to Farming Simulator. We're going from some serious, whoops, we're going from some serious combat to some pretty chill farming. Boyfriend loves farm sim. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. She got me all invested in Horizon. Nice. Did you get your new office all figured out? Yeah, I think it's pretty much figured out. I got a little bit more work done in my office today. I've hung my guitars up. So I have wall hooks for guitars. So my guitars hang in the wall, so it looks cool. And saves me a bit of space. Thank you, Clouds for Days. Yes, V Blue Guitars, Arthur Chapman on YouTube. He is a great content producer. One, he's got an absolutely silky, awesome voice, and he's got a very good speaking cadence, and he's very knowledgeable about the game. Hey, Clouds for Days, thanks for the follow. And he's streaming on Twitch. He does multiplayer with viewers. So yeah, those two, if you run into them, if you're interested in the game, you can check those two out too. They do a lot more multiplayer. Do I have, what is this? This is canola. I don't think I have canola. Anyway, let's go. I was trying to decide whether or not my main rule in Arthur's channel is no dirty word. Yes, yes. He is a, he would not like that. He also streams, so to color Clouds for Days comments is, Arthur Chapman, or V Blue Guitar, also streams Bible study. So it's a very family show in there. But he's a really cool guy. Guitars, Lotro, Farming Simulator, Shroud. Watch out if you were single and I went that way, you'd be in trouble. Cool. All right, so there's no weeds here. I think they're still in the first growth phase, though. I haven't dealt with weeds yet. Oh, there's 4 growth stages now. I think they're in their first. His Friday night streams, yes. V Blue Guitar. I watched him on Friday night. It was really interesting. It was fun to watch because it's just viewers in there. They're not friends. I mean, they're friends because they're all on the same stream, but they're not terribly well organized. So it's actually quite fun to watch. Yes, I miss Kudithi's comment. You need something to calm down with after all the fighting for your life and whatnot. Exactly. I definitely need calming aspects in my life. Easy, Krauls, easy. I'll make a Pulu mod too, and then you guys can just fight it out. All right, I am going to... How new am I to the game series? Actually, fairly new. I have maybe 60 or 80 hours in Farming Simulator 17, and I've got about 10 hours in 19, and that's it. So I never really got into it until 17 came out. Or not until 17 came out. Until a few months ago, I kind of picked up 17. I think it went on sale. So I picked it up. And I picked it up largely because of Apulu Felgar, who's here in the channel, because he was actually streaming it. And I'm like, watching it on stream, I'm like, actually, this actually looks fairly fun. I should do this. All right, I'm just going to keep going with oats. Oh, that empties the oats. I don't want to take it empty. I'm going to keep these oats. I don't need to empty it. Tin says, wow, who knew it was going to get all aggressive in here under gravity? I don't know. But I do know how to play the game mostly. I know all the mechanics. Actually, we were just talking about forestry, which I really don't know the mechanics of forestry. But generally speaking, I do know most of the... I have most of the things down, most of the mechanics down. I can sell barley. Is barley worth anything? Oh, I got lots of wheat too. Wheat's probably worth quite a bit. Oh, the prices are going down on wheat. Oh, that's the port. I should take a load of wheat. Yeah. We're all strangely attracted by gravity. We are. I am a weak attractive force. Something like that. Clouds today says, I don't really mess around with forestry myself because it's just so annoying for it. Yeah, I will probably get into forestry like when I just get a whole bunch of money, and then I'll just throw a whole bunch of money at it just to play around with it a bit. Billy says, oh, I went mod crazy for FS15. Many hours of enjoyment. Yeah, I'm probably going to get into more mods here too. I picked up a couple of mods for 17, but I knew this game, I knew 19 was coming out, and I sort of resigned myself to getting into 19 as soon as it came out. So I didn't get that heavily into mods in 17. So I'm definitely going to watch the mods for 19. Well, this price keeps going down. I don't want it to go down. I don't have anything else. All right, let's take some wheat to the port. Clouds for Days went mod crazy in FS17 too. Yeah. Yeah, some of them are pretty good. I picked up the one that gave you a fertilizer and seed bin on your farm. So you paid a little bit more for fertilizer and seed, but you could just pick it up right at your farm. That was a really cool mod. And I picked one up to do a really big mower, but then I never actually bought the mower, so I'm not sure that actually counts. Oh, we're getting into nighttime. I'm going to slow time down a bit here. Ah, no. All right, sun is going down. Actually, yeah, I am. Hold on. Let's keep the sunset. We're going out to the west coast here, so... The mod where you had to test the pH balance of the soil was killer. Nice. Yeah, in Farming Simulator 19, they've added lime. So instead of having to plow every year, don't run into me. Instead of having to plow every year, you have to... or not every year, every few years, you have to add lime to your fields. But you don't actually have to test anything. The game just tells you. If you wanted to get into more mods... Oh, hold on, I can't drive and read chat very well. If you want to get into mods more, look out for mods from Black Sheep Modding, Stevie, and Bullet Bill. Those are the main three modders that makes really good mods. Oh, cool. I will have to write that down, or else I will forget. So I wanted to get here. Oh, wait. I needed to go this way. I did need to go this way. I wanted to get here before the sun went down. There's a cool little Easter egg in the game over here. If this is ETS2, you just got T-boned. Well, some of the cars will just drive into you. They're still not that smart. The bright green column is the... Here you can tag a place or untag it. That's the green column. It basically gives me a little flashing circle on my map, tell me where to go. So they added this little shipping container into the game. Propped up. So apparently there's one vehicle that you can get, and I don't remember what it was, that you can jump through this and land on the dock. Nice to see you're still a public menace with your driving. I am, Kudithi, I am. So I haven't bought the vehicle yet, but apparently there's one particular vehicle that will launch you right through here. Yeah, I definitely have to do that at some point. I can't remember. One of the streamers mentioned it. I think it's this. The Mahindra, like, it's basically a golf cart. It's that thing. But it's most of my money right now, so I'm not actually going to do it. Actually, this thing looks fairly useful. I wonder if I could haul wool with it. So this would be great for hauling eggs if I actually picked up any eggs. Oh, the store in 19 is great too, because you can actually go in and get a 3D view of all your equipment. The one thing I don't have yet is a vehicle. I assume there's a lizard truck. For those not familiar with the game, they put things that they can't get the license to use their brand. They just put it under the brand of Lizard. Lizard. So, you know, instead of going after brands for like Peterbilt or whoever makes this truck, there's a half ton, which is clearly an old. Oh, this one doesn't look so much like an old. In Farming Simulator 17, the half ton was clearly a Ford half ton, but it was Lizard branded. This game is now one step closer to Grand Theft Auto. I know. It's awesome. Yeah, I can buy a truck. I don't have a truck yet, but oddly enough, in the game, they didn't. In this particular start, they didn't give you a vehicle. They didn't give you a truck. Train goes by. Haven't driven the train yet. There's a mod called Super Chicken that was in FS15 that a group of people converted it to FS17, but it was more private to the group converted it to 17. Super Chicken? So like the game, like the Grand Theft Auto style chicken? Not an actual chicken, poultry? Oh, and the arms work on the For the railway crossing, the arms come down. I hit them once. They're absolutely bulletproof solid. You run into them, you just stop. They're like a brick wall. It's very impressive technology. All right. I had to sell that wheat there just so I could show off that little ramp. I'll have to do that someday. It was a tractor that was a giant chicken that you sat on the head to drive it. He says, I am a super chicken. Bark, 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 bark. And when it turned off, it farts. That's hilarious. Oh, man. I'm going to have to watch for that one. All right, I'm back up to 70 grand. I'm not doing too bad. And it's about to get very dark. The nighttime is much darker. I wonder if that's a setting somewhere. It might be. Oh, I can turn on my blinkers. There we go. The giant chicken had a 3-point linkage on both the front and back. It didn't show it, but you pretty much could hook anything onto it. That is so clever. Yeah, I like the fact that you can mod in anything. Like you can mod in equipment. Makes it very open to extensibility. All right, leave that there. I'm going to go check these fields and see what my weed status is. There is a... you can actually look at a field. Oh, and it will show it. I don't know if you can read that in the bottom right of the screen, but... oh, yeah, weeds are now at 100%. So, I think I'm going to try and weed this, but I'm pretty sure... I might damage the field. We'll see. This is going to be a test. So I need a weeder. I like games with open coding and modding tools like that. It gives the games a lot more replay value, like the Civ series. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's there's a city builder game called Banished that I really enjoy playing. And the game freshly installed is like 250 megs, and one of the biggest mod for it is like 2.5 gig. It's 10 times the size of the game. And it's insane compared to the base game. It is easily 10 times more things. Weeders right here. I will take the smallest one. If you want to see it, I would suggest to look up on YouTube Ardahl's Super Bowl stream. You don't have to watch the whole hour or so stream. You can see everything that is the first 20 minutes. Oh, cool. I will have to remember that. Thanks for the tips, Clouds for Days. Much appreciated. All right, I think I just need to buy this thing. This one's the cheapest one. Whoops. actually has, this thing's crazy. It has a, it holds 300 liters of fertilizer, which one is very, very little, but it's actually kind of cool that you can fertilize and weed at the same time. Yes, I will buy that. All right, new equipment to be had. I will go and get it in this. So I think if I weed the fields, hopefully it doesn't damage them, but we'll see. And then I can sleep through the night, and then they should be ready to harvest, I think, in the morning. Oddly enough, when I started this game, I slept overnight, and when I woke up in the morning, everything was ready to harvest, but it was raining, and you can't you can't harvest in the rain. If this game works the same as FS17 did, the weeder is only effective right after the first growth stage. Okay, I think that's what I think that's where I am. I think I'm right after the first growth stage. Although there are 4 growth stages now, not 3. So it might work a little different. All right, this thing's going to be huge. I know that herbicide is effective throughout the 4 growth stages before it is ripened to harvest. Okay. Well, we will see. I'm not terribly concerned about making mistakes in this save game. I've sort of resigned myself to the fact that this one's about learning. Whoa. And learning how to drive. I don't have a controller. Do you play with a controller, Clouds for Days? Like a steering wheel? Or maybe even just like an Xbox controller or something? Yeah. Yeah, I've seen I haven't used a sprayer yet in the game. I have seen them though. And I think you can get, there is crop damage in the game now. So whenever you drive over a crop, you potentially damage it. So I think if I got skinny tires in this, I could avoid damage. And of course, it's the middle of the night, but I do want to finish this before I sleep through the night. It's a game, it's about having fun. Exactly. Whoa, very rough. It's very rough. Okay, do I turn this thing on? I do. And I lower it. Yeah, I think I'm damaging the crop here. I don't think this worked. Huh, now it says weed is 8%. But it also says fertilized is 80%. It's like I'm unfertilizing it. Oh, I wonder if that's because of the crop damage. I used to play the game with mouse and keyboards. I don't currently have a keyboard that can run FS19 now. Oh, okay. There's a setting in the escape menu that allows you to turn off crop destruction. And yes, you can use the narrow tires to able to not destroy the crops. You only have to weed the crops when there's weeds in the first place. Well, that's interesting. It's like, yeah, so I'm going to turn off crop. Save. Sure. Let's turn off crop destruction and see what happens here. And then I can drive as much as I want over it. It says turn on, but I suspect it only does something with... I suspect turning it on is actually the fertilizer sprayer or something. I'm going to get lazy and not even lift it. Oh man, this is hard to do at night. I can barely see the edge. Hey, Aurora Amber. Good evening. Nice to see you. I am futzing and learning my way through Farming Simulator 19 this afternoon. I think I'm sort of getting things figured out. It seems harder to drive things in Farming Simulator 17. If you don't have the tank full in the first place, it doesn't matter to turn it on or not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What's weird is that the meter shows a grass symbol. It's like it's meant to do something with grass seed? I don't really understand. Pretty sure I'm weeding it. There's actually a visual indication for weeds. There is a... You can see weeds in the field. And if you don't weed it, when your crop is ready to harvest, it looks awful. They did a really good job of a weedy field. You can actually... I think you can actually turn weeds off as well, but I'd rather have weeds in. Weeds are a real problem for crops, so... I do like the idea of crop destruction as well, so I'm going to have to figure out how to better deal with that instead of just turning it off. But this is going to, since I am getting a little short of cash, I'm going to enable cheat mode for a bit. Oh, excuse me. Midnight farming. Yeah, exactly. It's it's almost 10 o'clock. It gets dark really early in the game. It gets dark right around 7 o'clock. I am not efficiently doing this, but that's fine. There's a setting in the escape menu to turn off crop disruption, plowing, lime, and automatic engine start. Oh, okay. Not weeds? I thought there was one for weeds. Hey, Olip, thanks for the host, my friend. I suspect he's still in Overwatch, though. And weed as well as I knew. I was forgetting something? Okay. Yeah, this is much easier to do in the daytime when you can see your path. When you're harvesting and your harvester fills up, it turns off, but you still keep driving forward, and you destroy the crop in front of you when that happens. And there's no audio indicator anymore when you're starting to get filled up. It just suddenly happens. So pretty much every time my harvester filled up, I was like destroying crop. All right. I'm going to go actually check this field. Okay, there we go. So now so that is definitely working. It's still fully fertilized and it's still... Our weeds are now at 0%. They improved the lighting in the game so much you love it. Yeah, it's... The lighting... The night is really dark. Which is much more realistic. This little corner of the map where they put you is really cool with the waterfall right beside you. And you definitely have like the nicest little area in the map. Some of the mods that I've played for FS17, that nighttime got so dark because the modder scripted into the map to be that... Oh, okay. That's interesting. That makes sense, though, that that's a moddable tweak. There's a little building on top of that waterfall. I don't know what it's about. I mean, it's a decoration. I don't know what it's supposed to be for. It's an old sawmill or something. You'd be surprised how much you can do with this game if you know how to script it into a mod. Maybe I should learn. But that would require me to stop playing. Ah, there's a real rough part right there. From what I hear, they're adding in terrain tools, so you can actually change the terrain yourself. Which is good, because I placed my I placed my chicken coop. My chicken coop didn't work. I don't know if it's just bugged out. I actually had to sell it because it just wasn't working. There was never any eggs, which is the only thing that you really make money off of from chickens. And you can make good money with chickens in FS19. So but I placed it right there in that flat spot. It's hard to see in the dark, but anyway, it deformed the land. It's terrible the way that it ended up. So that would be really nice to have some terrain tools to smooth out your farm. Now that I have crop destruction turned off, I'm like, yeah, this is way easier. I can see why the game developers made this the default in 17. I do know a lot of people talk about using an Xbox controller, that it makes driving a lot easier. So I think an Xbox controller is probably the cheapest controller you can buy for the game, since the steering wheel and whatnot run up into hundreds of dollars. And I'm not sure I want to spend hundreds of dollars for a big steering wheel that I would only use for one game. All right. Fields are weeded. I seem... Oh, don't drive over it, though. Yep. Fully weeded. The farmhouse actually does something. It is not just decorative. Can I fit this back in here? Sure I can. So if I go in my farmhouse, I can actually sleep through the night. So it is 10 o'clock. So time for a farmer to go to sleep. And I can sleep for 8 hours. So it's just a super fast way to progress time. Nice surfer. Oh yeah, I know, right? The house, they did such a nice job with the house. You are near the ocean, right? So there's a surfboard. There's a jacket, which I don't think you can put on. Oh, another surfboard. A water cooler. Apparently you have to have a water cooler. I don't, the ladders are a bit weird. There's a ladder here and there's a ladder over here. I don't know why. I don't know what's up with the ladders. Can't go in that room. Let me out. Let me out. All right. Did they grow? Oh, I missed some. So those are the fields. It did say weed was 0%, so it seems to think I missed some too. Lovely wallpaper too. Nice. Oh, it's almost fully grown though. It's almost fully grown. What did the wallpaper look like? Oh, it's the wood paneling. Yeah, it's probably, it's like the absolute 70s wood paneling, I'm sure. Lovely wallpaper here. You can't close the door. There's no interacting with the door. It just stays open. So I'm pretty sure the place is full of bugs. Yep. Everything's still perfect. So if I speed up time again. This big hill odd thing here is where I placed my chicken coop. And it was just such a nice little slope and whatnot. And it made kind of this ugly, deformed thing. Anyway. You are air conditioning the world. I know, right? How's everybody else doing? How are my sheep doing? Oh, they could be cleaned. This tractor's my front end loader. I'll go clean my sheep. And by that time, I think I should have a harvest ready. Whoa, it's really rough. Oh, excuse me. Why can't I pick up my front end loader? Oh, it was almost there. There we go. Got it. Drop that. Oh, that's bad. Now it's sideways. Pick that up. I've never surfed. It's hard work. That and, you know, hardly ever living. I live in California now, but that's only in the last 10 years. So I spent my life very much landlocked. Cleaning up after sheep is actually fairly easy. Oh, I missed a spot. we go. What do you mean I can't do that here? Where can I do it? I can do that here. Ever tip cows? No. Oh, and then half of it went on the ground. Well, it didn't work very well. What did I say? Cleaning up sheep is very easy? Apparently it's not. Apparently it's more challenging than... Wow, it just is not working suddenly. That is very weird. That is very weird. This goes right back out onto the ground. Bethesda make this game too? No, no, no. Giant Software. In fact, I'm not even sure if they make anything else. They may not. It's weird, you tip the bucket over, but because I'm not allowed to do it there, nothing happens. Everything just sticks in the bucket. It's just not gonna work for me. That is very odd. I feel like that's probably a bug. Seems like one. So maybe I'll do this. I'll at least put it in the bucket. And then just leave it there. All right, so our fields are now ready to harvest. And that's how fast harvest happens. Boom. One day, it's actually 5 o'clock already. I let a lot of time go by. I forgot I was, time was speedily going by when I was trying to clean that up. So, jump in the harvester. So these fields should give me a relatively good crop, I think. The harvester's really loud. I can start. It's also very hard to turn around, so I start at this end. So you can see the crop destruction here, and you can also kind of get a sense of what the weeds look like in a fully grown field. The weeds also go fully grown. Just to kind of remind you that you messed up. It's actually easier to do these two fields at the same time because they line up so well than it is to turn this machine around, so that is what I'm going to do. I think this big drop off at the end is actually from me placing the sheep pasture where I did. Normally I don't think it's quite that bad. There's an odd spot in this field that I just miss. I don't know why. I don't know what that's about. Last time I harvested, it did the same thing. Whoops. Okay, well that miss was just me not driving very well. To do the same thing and expect different results is insanity. Yes, but I don't know why. Yeah, fair enough. I'll just shut up now. I won't try and explain my insanity to you, Krauls. It's very complicated. Oh my god, I don't have enough power to go up this hill. I'm actually trying to move forward right now. But this thing does not have enough power to move itself forward. Eek! Crybine! You need a scarecrow. Yeah, the birds are actually kind of cool in the game. It would be cool to get a scarecrow. Ever see the movie Creepers or Jeepers Creepers, something like that? I can't remember, but the Scarecrow is alive. Was it that, what was that movie called? Follow the Yellow Brick Road. What am I thinking of here? I'm like blanking. That Scarecrow was alive too. Wizard of Oz. Thank you. Yeah, why couldn't I remember that? That's terrible. Yeah, Jeepers Creepers. There you go. I don't think I remember that one. I thought it was pretty good, both Creepers and Oz. Yes. No, 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 don't go. Stop going down. There we go. These hills are just not suitable for this piece of machinery. So when you start this particular game, you own these 4 fields that I'm working right now. I think you own all 4. Oh, crap. This is that point where I said, you just destroy your crop because you didn't notice that your header was full? Or your hopper was full? Anyway, when you start this game, you're in you own all 4 of these fields, and all of this stuff is here. There was actually like a barn here. It's a decorative barn. It doesn't do anything. There was a couple other sheds that were decorative as well, and I sold those so that I could put down the sheep paddock, or sheep pasture, I guess it's called, and the chicken coop, which I've since removed because it wasn't working. But there's actually a starting scenario in the game where you don't own anything. You just start with money, and that's it. And then from money, you go out and buy the land that you want, and then you place all the stuff down that you want. So you can't sleep through the night until you actually buy a house. Oops. Got in the wrong piece of equipment. I still got in the wrong piece of equipment. I cannot get into this harvester to save my life here. There I go. I'm being called away to dinner. We have dinner with some friends planned, so see if I can get these 2 fields done at least. Hey, Senegal. Yes, what do you think of this so far? Is this a good candidate for fans of games such as SimCity or Hellion? I don't know Hellion. It's not So I'm enjoying it. I'm actually quite impressed with it. I don't actually tend to play this type of simulation as much. Like I actually tend to like games like SimCity where you're kind of like organizing things and then all the little elements of the game plays themselves out. So I like the fact that like in SimCity you just say, hey, this neighborhood is residential, and then all the people come in and build houses. So you don't actually build every individual house. So in this game it's a simulator, but you actually actively do everything in the game. So it's more along the lines of like Euro Truck Simulator or something like that. I'm actually really enjoying it. I've got about 10 hours in FS19 so far. And I sort of am getting comfortable to the point that I think I know what I'm doing. You could kind of hear my confidence. For this category of game, is it good? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. It's definitely a long played out. So I've sort of been learning, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Eventually you need to make more money, which I don't have a lot of. When you start down in this little corner of the world with these 4 fields. And then as you grow, you get big equipment, and you can buy like field 8. So you get up into these really huge fields. So that's ultimately the goal, is just to keep making money, getting bigger equipment. There's animals and stuff in the game. So yeah, I definitely think it's a good, I definitely think it's well done for this type of game, where you just kind of like, you're just basically pretending to work. I've been watching a few the bigger streamers that have been playing Farming Simulator for a lot longer. Like they've played through all of the iterations, and they seem to be pretty positive about it. There's a few bugs and stuff in the game right now, but the developers are actually pretty good about that. Like they're like, one thing, they gave me this they gave me this harvester that won't go up this hill. Come on, go up. No, you're just not going to go up. There we go. Forward momentum. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, I'm definitely pretty happy with it so far. The community tends to be pretty happy with it, except there's a few bugs. There's a few launch bugs. The developers seem to be pretty good about addressing them. They have patches coming out, so hopefully they'll get all fixed up. There's a lot of good streamers that stream this too. They have pretty big communities. The multiplayer is really interesting. I've been watching some of the streamers do multiplayer with 3 or 4 or 5 other people. It's actually quite interesting to even just watch. No problem. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and stream it more often, kind of on a regular basis. I will quite often put in like I'll jump in and play it for like half an hour, 45 minutes at a time, just because it's fun to like just pop into and just kind of putz around in, which doesn't make for a great stream if you're not going to be in it for very long, but Today was a good day because I had all of these fields cultivated. So they were ready to be sown. Oh, can I get this whole stretch? Maybe I can. Nope. Oh, I missed a spot. Darn it. So I'm almost full cycle to what I started the stream with. After I harvest this, I'll bring the fertilizer back out and I'll fertilize the field and then I'll cultivate it. And that just works the fertilizer into the ground and gets it ready for sowing. And then I'll come out and sow it, and then immediately after sowing I can fertilize it one more time. And that gives me my 2 fertilizer steps that I need for max output. But I will probably finish that off stream. I am going to take off here in a bit. So I can head out for dinner. Can I make this turn? Oh, I can. Thankfully, the one thing they haven't implemented yet is vehicle destruction. So running into things doesn't actually hurt your vehicle. It just looks funny because it just bounces off. That's not too bad. I'm getting about a full load off here, so that's almost 10 grand worth of grain off each one of these fields. Oh no, it was the tipper. A full tipper was about 10 grand. Still, not too bad. That is good. Those NPCs are terrible drivers. That they are. So I don't know if I can get this from a different direction. Looks like I can. Does it have natural disasters, hurricanes, tornadoes, hordes of locusts? No, it does not. That would be funny, though. That would be interesting. I'm actually interested in Civilization 6. I like Civ 6. I realize that a lot of people are people still seem to go back to Civ 4 for the best Civ, but I really do like Civ 6. And their newest expansion that's out, or DLC, whatever you call it, adds like volcanoes and hurricane, like big, huge events. That's going to be interesting. I was disappointed with Civ 5, so never looked at Civ 6. Yeah, and I think a lot of what people complain about is still there. Like, I don't know why. I think it got simpler to some degree. Certain decisions became more obvious, and I think that's what people complained about. And I think that actually made the game better for me. I don't know. So I do enjoy it. Dump this in my silo. Get in this vehicle. Alright, I think I'm going to leave it here and I will finish up my harvest. Probably off stream. And maybe I will see what I can stream next time on my farming simulator. Their menuing system is really weird. You have to go to like the help menu to hit save game. All right, did it come back? Oh, there it is. I got the audio back, but I wasn't sure if I was actually going to get the video back. Anyway, going to add this to my wish list, definitely. Honestly, the biggest problem with this is that you'll get this game, and then they'll have like 3 or 4 DLCs that are all $20 each. So about a year and a half from now, the whole Farming Simulator 19 package is like $150 or something like that. Like it gets expensive. There's lots of good mods for it that are free though too. The playing community is very good about it. So. Is there anybody around? Oh yeah. Okay, this is awesome. All right, one of those streamers I was talking about is actually streaming right now. There's a few fairly big streamers up right now that are doing Farming Simulator. So I'm actually going to raid one of these guys. V Blue Guitar, otherwise known as Arthur Chapman. And he's a great guy. Say hi. Listen to him for a while. He's a very good streamer. He's a very good content producer. So he doesn't know me from, and for all I know, he doesn't even have alerts or anything. I don't know. So anyway, we're gonna raid V Blue Guitar just because I think very highly of him. So if you're compelled to, say hi. Anyways, thank you everybody. It's been a fun Saturday afternoon. I hope to see you all very soon. I'll be streaming tomorrow, so maybe we'll see you then. Take care, everybody.